Hello everyone. Hi, it's been a long time and this video is going to be helpful for you guys, I think, because many of you do not know about different scholarships that SNU has to offer other than the Global Talent Scholarship that I always talk about. And even that scholarship, Global Talent Scholarship that I talk about, many of you do not know about it because it's not mentioned in the website, even in the SNU official website or the Office of International Affairs website. It's literally mentioned nowhere. So this is basically the official website of SNU, and when you go for admissions here and under scholarships, you get to see the scholarships that the university offers in the website that are only mentioned. For example, before application, you get to see GK scholarship, and then overseas Korean scholarship, which is not even applicable for us because I don't think most of us are overseas Korean students. And these are and that's it. We only get 2 scholarships mentioned in here for undergrad scholarship before application, and after admission we get to see Glo-Harmony Scholarship, GKS Scholarship, and Korean War Memorial Foundation Scholarship, which is not even applicable for us. So only here in the website we can only see about 3 scholarship that the website mentions, but there are so many more than that, and we need to talk about this. And even the details of the scholarships are not exactly detailed. So if you notice here, the Global Talent Scholarship is not even mentioned here. That's what I was talking about. So many people ask me about that scholarship and I cannot even show them from the website, but this exists and I'm going to show you now. All of the details, I will talk about that later on, but I just wanted you to show that this scholarship exists, but it's not mentioned in the website. They even gave me this certificate of scholarship, see, SNU Global Talent Program Scholarship, and it's not even mentioned in the website. It's very shocking. So we will get into all the types of scholarship that are hidden from the website for no apparent reason. So we have to talk about those. We have to know about the other types of scholarship that SNU has to offer. So many of you ask me, how did I even know about this scholarship? Actually, I did not. So today we are going to be talking about my scholarship, and so many other scholarships that SNU has to offer, and according to your eligibility criteria you can apply for those, and I will try to talk about how you can apply for those as well, along with the facilities and the opportunities that you're gonna get from those scholarships. And many of you have been asking me, since alhamdulillah mine was 100% scholarship, many of you also asked me whether SNU offers, like 20%, 80%, like partial scholarships, like not fully 100% scholarship, but like partial scholarships, and we will talk about that in this video as well. So hopefully this will be helpful for you guys. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So number 1, we are going to talk about Global Talent Scholarship. And for your information, Global Talent Scholarships are of 2 types, type 1 and type 2, and I received type 1, so I got 100% scholarships. But I have talked to other people in SNU and they also got scholarship, Global Talent Scholarship, but those were partial. For example, my scholarship was for a whole 8 semesters, like my whole undergrad period, but you can also get scholarships for 2 semesters, 4 semesters, 8 semesters. So this is the answer to your question, that whether you can get partial scholarship like 20%, 80% scholarships as well. Yes, you can get 20 or 80% scholarship and partial scholarships as well, and you can also get 100% scholarships as well. So it actually depends on your application and how strong your application is. And Global Talent Scholarships are usually offered for both undergrad and graduate levels. So what this scholarship offers is full tuition fee if you're getting 100% scholarship, and if you're not, you're gonna get for like 2 to 8 semesters, whichever one the SNU wants to offer to you. So you can get tuition fee waiver, and you can get monthly allowance fee, which is 1 million Korean won, and I think right now it's around 85,000 Bangladeshi taka for monthly stipend. That means you can get that amount monthly to your account every month for your living expenses and everything. So basically you're studying for free if you're getting the full scholarship. And if you're not, you have to pay for the rest of the semesters that you did not get scholarship for. Let's talk about when you can apply for this scholarship. You can apply for fall semester and spring semester, which is fall is in January and spring for June. And another interesting thing is this scholarship is offered to 80 students per year from all the applicants in all the departments. And another part of this scholarship is that you are more easily considered for living in the dorm, because dorm application fees are actually a hassle. So if you get the scholarship, it gets easier for you to get a room in the hall and in the hostels of SN. Disclaimer, it does not come with airfare. There are other scholarship which offers airfare opportunities and they pay for your airfare as well, but this scholarship does not give you that. Applying for this scholarship is the easiest one, because when you are applying in the website, for your admission, they're going to ask you whether you want a scholarship, and then you tick yes, obviously. So if you take yes, then they consider you for this scholarship. That's about it. You do not have to go any other you do not have to go through any other process for applying for this scholarship, and that's very convenient. And now let's talk about some of the criteria that you have to maintain to give this scholarship. For example, you have to maintain a GPA higher than 2.7 in many departments. And secondly, since this scholarship and the monthly stipend is given to you for your living expenses in Korea, you cannot leave Korea for more than 30 days. So because the living expenses are given to you for living in Korea, so if you leave the country, they do not give you the money. That's it. And that's about it. So global talent scholarships are really easy. You can apply easily. You can get partial scholarships or you can get full scholarships. You just have to maintain a certain GPA, and you cannot leave the country for more than 30 days. That's about it. And it's as easy as this. And you cannot actually predict whether you're gonna get global talent scholarship type 1 or type 2. It depends on your academic excellence and your application. That's it. Okay, now let's talk about our number 2 scholarship, which is Global Hope Scholarship. So this is a scholarship that is awarded by Samsung Dream Foundation. I told you there are many scholarships that are not only just offered from SNU, there are many private sectors that offer different kind of scholarships as well, and you can really apply for those as well. So, but here is a twist. For Global Hope Scholarship, you have to be from a certain list of countries which is called DSA recipient countries. I will give you the link somewhere, or I will just list it in here. So if you are a student from those specific countries, you can apply for this scholarship because it's given by Samsung for students who are in need of financial aid. And since many of my audiences are from Bangladesh, it's a good news for you that you can apply for this scholarship as well. As far as I know, India is also one of those countries from that list, since most of my audiences are from Southeast Asia. So most of the countries in Southeast Asia falls under that list of countries, so you can apply for that scholarship as well, since we fall under the criteria of DSA recipient countries. And so this is number 1 eligibility, that you have to have nationality from one of those countries. And secondly, you have to be proficient in either English or Korean. And if you want to maintain the scholarship from Samsung, you have to keep a GPA of 2.7 out of 4.3. Now let's talk about the benefits of this scholarship. This is usually given to undergrad students. So if you're an undergrad student, this is a great news for you. And the fun fact about this scholarship is most of the time they give full tuition fee waivers, so you can study there for free for 8 semesters, like your whole undergrad period. And sometimes they also give partial scholarships. It totally depends on your application and how strong strong your application is. And not only your tuition fee waivers, you also get allowances for living expenses as well. And secondly, since it is sponsored by Samsung, this foundation also provides help to accepted scholars when you need them. And it also organizes different networking events for you to get a better job or for better opportunities. So in a whole, I think it's a great scholarship offered by Samsung. So I think you should check that out as well. Now let's talk about number 3 scholarship, which is Glo-Harmony Scholarship. So the eligibility of this scholarship is also the same as the one that I previously mentioned, which is Global Hope Scholarship. This is kind of similar as well. It's a Glo-Harmony Scholarship, which is basically you have to be from the nationality of one of those selected countries under DSC list of ODA recipients. And if you're from those countries, you can apply and you can probably get selected for that scholarship as well. And Bangladesh is one of those countries, so you can apply for there as well. And which I'm talking about, it is Glo-Harmony Scholarship, and this is also offered by Samsung. But here is a twist: you can apply only in January and July, and you can also get scholarship for maximum 8 semesters, and you can get full tuition fee waiver. And you can also get 6 lakhs Korean won per month for living expenses. So here is the selection procedure. You have to apply in January or July. And the selection procedure is, first of all, you have to submit your application to the SNU OIA, which is Office of International Affairs. The SNU OIA first makes the decision that whether you are eligible for it or not. So basically they make the first selection, and then Samsung makes the second round of selection. So you might even have to sit for interviews or essay questions and everything. As far as I know, they're gonna ask you different questions regarding like burning topics of the world, like controversial issues. They want to know how knowledgeable you are. Actually, Samsung will make the final decision whether you're getting this scholarship or not, but firstly SNU will give the first selection. So that's about Glo-Harmony Scholarship, which I think is a very good scholarship offered by Samsung as well. The next scholarship that I am going to talk about is International Student Scholarship. I think it's mentioned in the website as well, but I think it's mostly offered to overseas Koreans, like who are Koreans but are living outside Korea, obviously. And this scholarship only waives tuition fees. There are no stipends involved. You do not get monthly living expenses, but you can apply in May and November for the scholarship. And this is a scholarship for undergrad level as well. So it's a good scholarship because it waives your tuition fees, but you have to bear your own living expenses. That's it. Okay, now is one of the star scholarship that everyone talks about, which is Kgsp. I think most of you already know about it. It falls under the part of Global Korea Scholarship, which is Kgsp. Eligibility criteria for this scholarship is you have to be a citizen from the GKS program partner countries, and I think most of you are already part of that country, so it's easier for you, and it's the most popular scholarship that I have found. And secondly, the second eligibility that you have to have is you have to hold a high school diploma, obviously. And now let's talk about the benefits of this scholarship. This scholarship offers so much. It gives you flight tickets, it gives you tuition fee waivers, it also gives you monthly allowances, which are a little bit less than the Global Talent Scholarship as far as I know, and it usually differs from 500,000 Korean won to 900,000 Korean won, and whichever it is, it's pretty good. Secondly, you also get language courses for this scholarship, which is usually not offered for other scholarships, so it's kind of better in that way. And you also get medical insurances and your Korean language training cost as well. So it's in a whole, it's a very good scholarship. Okay, so the application period for this scholarship, most of you already know, is around February, and the SNU Office of International Affairs usually looks over your application application and then offers you the scholarship if you're selected. And it's actually very good, but it's a very good scholarship, but you have to maintain a very good GPA to keep the scholarship. And the reason I did not personally apply for this scholarship is because I think the competition is way more fierce. The competition is very hard for any kind of scholarship you're applying for, but Kgsp scholarships are like in a way that very few students are selected from specific countries. Like there are like country quotas and stuff, so it's kind of very complicated. I did not like applying for that scholarship, so I did not apply for that. But I do have some things that I want to talk to you about that scholarship. You all know about that there are two kinds of tracks for applying for Kgsp, which is embassy track and university track. So in embassy track, you can choose 3 different universities and majors for applying, and for university track you have to select only one, as far as I have collected the information, since I am not a GKS scholar. But I have talked to other people who are GKS scholars. When I talk to those people, many of them always suggested applying for embassy track because you have more options. Like you can choose 3 different majors and like 3 different universities, so which is a plus point. But in university track you have to select only one university, and so it's kind of like a risk benefit ratio. You have to like select based on your confidence and your application. You have to even sit for interviews. And I think this is a very good scholarship because it offers the most opportunities and the most facilities that any other scholarship provides. So this is a very good scholarship, and if I can, I will talk more about this scholarship in another video. But this is about Kgsp scholarship. I personally do not like Kgsp scholarship because it's a very lengthy process. You have to collect different documents, which you have to do for other scholarships as well, but it kind of feels very complicated, and so I did not apply for that scholarship. I did not even consider it. I felt like university tracks are more convenient, but if you're choosing for Kgsp scholarships, I would suggest to go for embassy tracks. And I think the risk benefit ratio for embassy and university track is different, so you can apply according to your wishes. So that's about Kgsp. If you want more details about it, I will talk about it, since I have friends who got in through GKS scholarship. Okay, we have kind of covered all the kinds of undergrad scholarships that I know of and I have researched. And now let's talk some of the scholarships for graduate programs. The main scholarship that I have encountered is Graduate Scholarship for Excellent Foreign Students, which is GSFS, which is usually offered for application time in fall and spring. And the target students for this scholarship are students from East and Southeast Asia and Central Asian countries. But here is a twist. The eligibility, as I've mentioned, is from East, Southeast and Central Asia, except China and Japan. I don't know why. There is something sus about it probably, but except China and Japan, other Asian countries can apply for this. The duration of the scholarship is 4 semesters maximum. The benefits of the scholarship is you get full tuition fee and you get monthly allowances. But here the monthly allowances are not exactly definite. It depends from department to department, and the GSFS scholarship will give you monthly allowances based on the department. That's it. Oh, and also you can get Global Talent Scholarship for graduate programs as well. But here's the twist. You know how I told you that in SNU Global Talent Scholarship for undergrad students, only 80 students are selected, but for graduate programs 160 students are selected. So it's kind of unfair. I don't know, because I think for undergrad scholarship they could offer to more students, and for global scholarship in graduate level you also get tuition fees, living expenses plus airfare cost, which is kind of unfair because it's not offered in a global talent scholarship for undergrad students. And the application period is the same, fall semester and spring semester. That's it. Another scholarship for graduate students is Silk Road Scholarship. You can apply for this scholarship after you have already gotten in the university. So the eligibility of this scholarship is you have to be from the countries in the Silk Road region, and you have to study humanities subjects like social sciences, Korean language, history, culture, all of those subjects. Only then you can apply for this Silk Road Scholarship. And only about 5 new graduate students are offered this scholarship, but you do get tuition fee exemption. You get full tuition fee waiver for a maximum of 4 semesters. And the living expenses, you get 600,000 Korean won per month for 4 semesters. And you also get an airfare ticket for one economy round trip. You can also get Korean language training fee, and it's offered by the university, so it means that you do not have to pay for your Korean language courses. And the application period is you have to apply for fall semester. In every fall semester, only 5 students are selected, and this is also selected by SNU Office of International Affairs. So that's about it for Silk Road Scholarship. Another scholarship for graduate students is the same as the Glo-Harmony Scholarship that I mentioned for undergrad students. The eligibility criteria is the same. You have to be from a country, from a selected list of countries, and you can get a scholarship for a maximum 4 semesters for master students and 6 semesters for PhD students. And the application period is around January and July. And the rest of the benefits that you get from the scholarship are kind of the same as the undergrad scholarships that I have mentioned for Glo-Harmony Scholarship. So this is mostly it. There are so many scholarships that are not exactly mentioned in the website, and the details are not really detailed, so I tried to give you the details of the scholarship and the application period. And there are scholarships that you have to apply during the application, and there are scholarships that you can apply after you got admitted in the university, depending on your application. So there are 2 types of ways you can go for applying for scholarships, and I will always forever recommend Global Talent and GKS scholarships because those are more popular and easier to apply. And not necessarily easier, to be honest. I had to go through a lot of hassle for collecting all my documents for that scholarship, but I hope this video was helpful. And if I have missed any scholarship that I did not mention, I will mention them in the description box below. And I will always ask you to keep on checking the SNU website. The thing about this website is it's not exactly refreshed as much, or it's not exactly updated as much. So look out for the Office of International Affairs website. I think that website is way better than the SNU main website. And if you have any other questions regarding the scholarships, do let me know in the comment section. I've missed you all, and see you in the next video. Bye.